Hello everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to my weekly afternoon tea time and a card. I'm just going to give it a few seconds for everyone to find me. I can see you guys all jumping on. So welcome. I'm just going to announce a couple promotions starting this week. Actually tomorrow. Tomorrow is September 1st. There's a lot going on in September, so I just want to go over everything with you. Tomorrow we start with the Perfect Partners dies. You've seen me show these to you the past 3 weeks. These are 6 sets of dies that coordinate with stamp sets, individual stamp sets from the annual catalog and the mini catalog. Now these are for 1 month only, but while supplies last, and you know how quickly some of the stuff goes. So make sure you check the online store tomorrow morning and all 6 die sets will be available. Something else, something new that's starting tomorrow is our weekly deals. So every Thursday for the month of September, September 1st to September 28th. So look tomorrow, there's going to be limited time discounts, week-long discounts. Once a new Thursday shows up, the ones from this week will be gone. So only 1 week at a time. So make sure you check the online store. So 2 things tomorrow: Perfect Partners dies and weekly deals. And just a reminder, on October 1st, we have our virtual card making event. It's free. Anybody can join in. We're going to be on a platform and we're all going to stamp together. They have suggested these 3 stamp sets, but you don't need to buy these. You can use something similar. So tomorrow, 3 things tomorrow. Warm Welcome is a future bundle that will be available, but for our event, they're letting us buy it early. So look for that also. It's called Warm Welcome. Okay, so 3 things to look for in the online store. If you have any questions, make sure you contact me either by private message or on our Facebook group. And if you need help finding anything, let me know. Okay, so let's get stamping. Today I am using the Sweet Songbirds bundle. Get these cute little birds. We've got the Songbird Builder Punch. I'm also using the Handmade Tag Punch. That's one of our newest ones. I have Pumpkin Pie and Daffodil Delight Stampin' Right markers. Stampin' Dimensionals, of course. For inks, I've got Early Espresso, Daffodil Delight, and Rich Razzleberry. And I just wanted to show you that bundle is available. It's on page 31 of our annual catalog. It's available as a bundle, so you save 10%. Now, one thing I want to stress: when you get a stamp set, you order it, it arrives, you don't know what to do with it. Sorry about that glare. Look at the pretty samples. There's 3 right here to draw inspiration from. Even if you don't have this die, you could use something else as a border on each side or each end, the top and the bottom. This is our little, I can't remember, this die cuts out all the circles. You could use circle punches, circle dies instead. But a lot of inspiration just on this page to use with this stamp set. Okay, let me go ahead and go over the layers with you before I show you the card. I've got Rich Razzleberry 11 by 5.5, and I'm going to show you how to score this. I need to change the blade in my trimmer. I just noticed I got some little hairy pieces right there. I always use a sanding block, but if that happens to you, I need to change my blade. But in the meantime, now I've got the Cottage designer paper. I've got 3 pieces, same pattern, but I flipped one over. 3 pieces measuring 4 by 2.5. Basic white, 1, 2. I see some more fuzzies. Boy, my blade really does need to be changed. 1 more right there. 3, 4, 5 pieces of basic white, 4 3/8. I know you love that fraction. 4 3/8 by 2.5. We need some pieces of white for stamping and then a piece of Daffodil Delight for punching. Okay, I'm going to bring the card in to show you. I think it's really cute. I hope you think so as well. It's called a folding screen card. You've seen these before. So this opens up into 4 sections. And then I added a piece of white on the back to use as your signature panel or your sentiment layer. I still got a glare there for you guys. Sorry about that. So see how this folds this way. 4 pieces, 4 sections. I'm going to show you how to score that and how I did the cut on the legs of the folding screen. Okay, so rich razzleberry. Now I wanted to keep the 11-inch side because 11 you can divide by 4. And then most cards are 5.5 inches wide. So what I'm going to do is make 3 score lines. I've got the measurements right here for you. 2 3/4. 5.5, 8 1/4. See how easy that was? Our 11-inch piece got sectioned off into 4 pieces: 2 3/4, 5.5, 8 1/4. Now, before I fold on the score line, I'm going to bring in that handmade tag punch. Even though this is a large area, I wanted something fancy. So if you don't have this punch, any punch can work that has a little bit of a fancy edge to it. I'm going to do each section. And what I did is I'm going to try to bring it up close to show you. So you see where you see a little square there on each side. I'm making sure that that's even. And because the punch is wider than this section, I'm making sure that each side is equally spaced. So there's one. I'm going to do this 4 times. And you might be able to see it better. See where my score lines are. I have it sticking out on each side equally. There's number 2. Whoops, I need to move over just a tad. Number 3. It just makes a really fancy looking leg on my screen. And 4. So that's how I did my legs. All 4 are done. If you're a hoarder, you can keep these pieces, but I have so many scraps, I'm just going to throw these away. Now we're going to start out by gluing. I'm going to glue 4 of the white pieces, keep 1 to stamp on. And I'm going to put the first one on the back. That'll be my, like I said, my signature panel or my sentiment layer, or both. So there's the back. And we're going to skip the third one because that's the one we're going to do some stamping on. And you guys, I want to take out my blade right now before I forget because I really need to change this out. Let's see if I can pop this out. There. That'll remind me that I need to change my blade. Okay, I'm going to skip over this one. So one more. And I will pick a name at the end of the video tomorrow on Facebook for all of you guys that comment. Okay, now I'm going to use the designer paper. And again, I did like so. And then we're going to do this one. We need to do some stamping before we glue the rest. So let's go ahead. See if I can bring the whole card in. Let me move my stamps over. That way you can watch as I go. We're going to do this little one right here. I'm going to open up all my ink pads. And I'm going to start out with Early Espresso. And I'm going to replicate the one I just did, or this one right here. I'm just going to do one branch, right there. And I'm going to add one up here. Oh, look. I've got a hair on my stamp, and look, I made a mess. I'm going to do that over. Must have been one of my gray hairs must have fell right on the stamp, and I made a mess. I ended up inking that hair. Okay, now I wanted the nest to be a little lighter than the branch. So what I did is I inked it with Early Espresso, stamped on scrap, and then stamped it like that. Now I gotta find all of my stamps. Rich Razzleberry, it's your special day. You guys get to see me stamp a lot for this one. There's a lot of little pieces. A little birdie told me. So a little birdie told me it's your special day. Now this one, so these are all punched birds. This one is stamped. And again, I wanted, whoops, I need the smaller one. I didn't dig that one out, did I? I wanted the wing to really stand out, so I again stamped on scrap paper first. So Rich Razzleberry, stamp on scrap, put it on the nest. We're gonna do the wing full colored. Now you can see here it's got a little beak that's not colored in, so I'm gonna use a Stampin' Right marker to color that in. And then we're going to add some eyes. He's resting, so I used the little eyes that look like he's sleeping. Okay, so that's this layer. I'm going to put that aside. We're going to glue that down. Now I'm going to move on to this one. And where did I do? Oh, here's my branch. Let me go ahead and clean that. I kind of made a mess with it. Okay, so again, I'm just going to replicate what I did on this one. So we're going to stamp right on the designer paper. Okay, I have my branch facing this way. Now I'm going to turn it this way. That one's going to go right here. And then we've got one more at the top. So that's number one. I'm going to move on to this one. This is the branch the bird's going to sit on. Hold on, I got another mess going. My bird should cover that. And we're going to add a couple more branches down here. Now I'm going to turn this one and just go full branch. There's number two. We've got one more. So one, turn it, two, you're just kind of creating a little scenery is what we're doing. And three. Okay, there's all my branches. Now we're going to create some little birds. So let me get my scraps. First thing I'm going to do is use the scrap here, the Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to do two. These are supposed to be beaks, but I'm actually using them as hearts, as you can see right here. I just need two of those. And now I'm going to do the birds. I'm going to start out with daffodil. So I need two of those. I need two wings. And then I just need to do one more in Rich Razzleberry. No wing on that one. And then I have to cut these all out and then just glue everything together. Okay, before I cut them out, I'm going to go ahead and add the eyes. This time we've got the eyes are open. So cute. And we're going to do pumpkin pie on this one. Actually, let me use the skinny end. So I'm just filling in the beak. Same on this one. Very easy to color in. And then I'm going to use daffodil on this one. Okay. So I'm going to need my raspberry. I'm going to finish up the stamping. I just got one more. And that's the sentiment. And let me put all of these ink pads aside. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and cut the wings. Okay, there's my 2 wings. And while I have this, I'm going to cut close to the lettering. No measuring, just a scrap piece and cut close to the lettering. Okay, there's my sentiment. Look at all the pieces I'm using. Okay, now we're going to do the bird. And I'm actually going to have to cut these apart so I don't cut over them. And I will have to cut this at an angle. Let me do that on all of them while I get my scissors. It just fits better in the punch. Okay. There's my first one. So a lot of little pieces, but we're creating 4 panels of scenery on this card. Number 2. Look at the mess I've got going on. And number 3. Okay, I got everything I need. Let me just move everything aside. We got the 2 wings. Now, because this is the front of the card, I did glue this wing with a dimensional. The other one is flat because we want the card to fold flat. It's going to go right here. Then we'll add glue for that one. See, look how quick this is. Okay, now let me bring the card in, the card base. So we're going to start out with, let me see which one I need. I need this one. So we have a lot of punches you guys can use to do your little fancy legs. Some from the past even. Oops, I need the one with the dimensional, which is this one. Oh, you guys like this set. So you know what happens? So we get the mini catalog, which is our Christmas catalog, so close to the debut of the annual catalog that sometimes we miss stamp sets because we're focused on Christmas. Okay, this is going to go in the bottom just like that. Next one is the one with the small design. Gingham. This one goes right here. And then we're going to glue this bird flat. It's going to go right on this branch. See, I had a little boo-boo there. That's going to be covered. Nobody's going to know unless you guys tell. Then I used the little hearts that I cut out, which are actually the beaks, but it's in the shape of a heart. So there's one. And here's my second one. See how that makes little hearts? And then we're going to glue this down. Yeah, look at this hot mess. Just because my hair fell on the stamp. Can you believe that? Leave it to me. And then here's our last panel. And then this bird is also going to be glued flat. So on the layer on the back, you guys could actually stamp some more birds and branches on that one. I just kind of left it blank for now. But that's what my card looks like. Let me put this one standing up so you can see the shape. And then this is what it looks like. You know what? I didn't even fold this on the score lines yet. So there's my card for tonight, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you give it a try. It's a good way to use up an 11-inch piece of cardstock without wasting too much. Thanks so much for joining me. Make sure you check out the online store for all of the promotions and specials going on tomorrow. And I will see you guys next week. I have one more card fold next week, and then hopefully I'll switch to something else. Have a good night, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.